Yo, good evening. What's the haps? I'm Meroka and welcome to Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. Now, I know all of y'all's been, asking for this for ages. Everyone's been constantly telling me, when's Fishing Simulator 2 coming out? When's Ultimate Fishing Sim? We need more Ultimate Fishing Sim. Well, I have got it for you. It's here at last. Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. Game of the year right here. If games can be judged by the quality of their fishing, this is some top-notch fishing. It's been a while since I've done a ridiculously detailed fishing thing. Here we are, Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. This is, before I get into it, a demo. The demo is not yet available to the public. It'll be available in a few days, and then the game is out later. There was much rejoicing. No rejoicing, no Tulkus. There shall be no rejoicing. Just good fishing today. Yeah. I always think people wonder whether I'm kind of taking the piss with the fishing games, and the answer is, I don't know. I kind of a little bit am, in the sense that, I don't know who this is aimed at, but also I know that it's aimed at me, because I really do quite enjoy these things for some reason. So here we are. I'm going to start a profile, and I'm going to call it Demo. I'll be a fisherwoman. And I will be called Meroka. And it will be level 1, and there shall be a total of 0 fish, I guess. Shrug. We have access to Jackson County, Kiel Canal, Alaska, Russia, Letnisko? I don't know where that is. Thailand and Slovakia. Are all of these in the... Oh, I was just going to say, are all of these in the demo? No, we don't actually have access to these. We have access to Jackson County. Yeah, I would be really impressed if there were 7 full areas to go fishing in the demo. That would have been something. I don't know, really something. Cool. Do I need to check my inventory and things? Do I need to check my settings? There was no main menu settings, and what I can't help but notice is that it seems to be a very... I mean, is the audio okay for you guys? It feels loud to me. I might drag it down a touch. Although I'm also thinking, one sec. I probably... No, it is loud. I thought I hadn't turned my Windows audio down, which I normally do when I'm streaming. No, this just seems like a really noisy wilderness noise. Graphics. Oh, we need to whack these all up to the max if they're not already there. Blur. Nobody likes blur. Who has time for blur? No. Is there anything beyond ultra? No, ultra is the top. No. Fine. Okay, I guess we're maxed. That's fine. That is the way it should be. This is going to be... Ooh, profile? Oh. I was wondering if I could get to, pick an avatar or something. We can catch yellow perch, rainbow trout, black bullheaded catfish, black bullhead catfish, sockeye salmon, and smallmouth bass. So let us go fishing. I never played the first one of this. I did see it on Steam. I was sorely tempted. I played Fishing Planet, and then there was another fishing MMO that I played a bunch of. No, I didn't. I played a bunch of Fishing Planet, and I played a little bit of the other fishing MMO. So, I got credentials in the hyper-realistic fishing game scene, in case anybody was wondering. Definitely do. Moving around is WASD, left shift to sprint, cool. Teleport or change the weather, use M. You can't teleport while fishing. That seems fair. I'll allow it. At night, you can press F for a flashlight. Fishing rods are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Choose a spot, look towards the water, and use a precise or a far cast. Right mouse button to precise cast. See the strength bar you can regulate by holding down the button and releasing it at the right moment. Left mouse button, far cast. Okay. If you throw across an obstacle... You'll get incorrect cast. Reel. You can reel the line by pressing left mouse. Change rolls. Scroll MMB regulation? Reel speed scroll. Middle mouse button. Right. Reel drag. Change it with plus minus. Already getting way above what I understand. It's stuff I've worked with before. Like, I have used these features in other games, but I don't understand them. I don't know what you'd need real drag for. You can fight the fish from the shore or use the underwater camera by pressing U. Oh, that's cheating, you know. Like, if you want realism in fishing, like, fishermen don't have an underwater camera to film the fish that they're fighting. You got to do it from the shore. You got to fight it from the shore. Not allowed to look at the fish. When underwater camera is active, you can use keyboard arrows to zoom. When fish catches the bait, you need to make a strike. Right mouse button. Can't do it too early or too late because the fish will throw the hook. When you strike, the battle begins. You have to fatigue the fish and tow it as close to shore as possible to the shore. Change the reel drag setting. Reel work with middle mouse button. Moving the rod. Pumping and pulling the fish with right mouse button. I think, should we just jump in and see how this goes? There's a fish growth. The fish increase in weight over time and new small fish appear. Ooh. Let's go. Let's just see things. Is this realistic enough? These flowers, they're pretty. Where do we go fishing? Where are our fishing spots? You spot a river fishing off this rock, I guess? Possibly. I feel like the FOV's tiny. No, I don't want to exit. How do I get to menus? Is there a menu? I feel like I'm looking through a tiny window. I feel like the FOV is microscopic here. Like someone's just stuck a cardboard box on my head and I'm staring through a hole in the front of it. This seems like a good spot as anywhere to go fishing. Can we go in the water? I cannot go in the water. I can't go for a swim. Fair enough. So what have I got? I've got a Sakura SCB Crank 200F UFA Mono 0.18 size 0.18/5 straight. Wow. Get hype. Oh my god, just logs just drift by in the river? I feel like that's a snag hazard. Like, if I'm fishing, I don't really want the log to just, like, cruise on by. Although, just wow, but that's the thing. Do these happen with periodic regularity? So just, like, every so often, a log will come up, and... Hey, it's ducks, or waterfowl of some sort, anyway. So, which rod do I want? An incomplete set. So we've got this guy with a float. 3 is incomplete, 4 is incomplete. Okay, so you've only got two. I've either got a lure or a bobber, I guess, are my options here. Let's see what we can do. Whee! Cool. So just straight on in. Okay, there are terms which are familiar to me from Fishing Planet. Based on how you move the rod and reel the rod, it tells you sort of what technique you're using in the corner. Up there, top right, it said, oh. Well, this is good. I broke my lure on the first cast. Is that because all that garbage came down the river? Am I supposed to be fishing somewhere where it's not loads of garbage? That's a lift and drop slow, apparently. I don't feel like this is reeling in, like, at all. This doesn't feel like it's moved. Can we get the underwater camera? That is a rock. It is in a rock. That would sort of explain the whole damaged thing, I guess. So... Cool. Can I increase the line tension? Mostly just hoping it'll snap off and then I can get it back. How do I break the line? F1 help. Help! Oh god, there's another log. What do if snag? This doesn't help. You can find access to the keys necessary during game under the tab. I can order a tab. Q? Q is reset? Oh, yeah, fine. That'll do it. Okay. Can I do the precision throw? How do I do a precision? Can I not? It won't let me cast now. Is it because it's broken? Is it because the set is broken? It's probably because the set is broken. Cool. Good start. How do I fix it? It was literally stuck inside a rock. I mean, maybe it caught on the bridge. It looked like it dropped before the bridge. So, I is inventory. Which bit is... Ah, my UFE Barracuda Blue is broken and requires $699 dues. I don't have $699 dues. Not enough cash to repair. Oh no! They broke my reel on the first cast. Well, rip reel, I guess. Okay, who's up for some float fishing? Can I have the float fishing? Can I swap this now? Can I change this? It's not even letting me change the set. Oh. Yes. This is a fishing experience. What do I do? Can I just restart, please? Maybe I shouldn't have gone fishing here. Maybe this is a bad fishing pool. They've got docks and everything. I fully expected this to be a place you could go fishing. I need a tutorial, guys. Guys, the game needs a tutorial. Where do I get $700 from? Can I take out a loan? Is there a loan facility? So what's up with set 2? Set 2? Using my Barracuda green. Yeah. You want to set... No. Reset the items in the set? Yes. Is that... Oh, that just empties the set. Okay. Shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Okay. Okay, we'll put that away. And I guess, if this is the only fishing rod I have, it's the only fishing rod I can equip. So it has to be the one I have out. Okay, let's find somewhere that doesn't have rocks and bridges and logs floating by to snag things on. Because this is my last bit of gear. If I break this, the demo's over, we're all going home. This looks nice and deep and a little bit away from the main body of the river. Are logs coming through? Logs are coming through. If I could just drop it somewhere before where all the logs come through, that would be ideal, I guess. Or we could go over here. Do logs come through this? Logs won't come through there. They're coming through from over that river. So, actually, if we were to go fishing on this stretch, this might work. Oh, some convenient rocks and everything. Right. Go. That's a fair ways out there. Oh, check the underwater action. Oh, there is some water current. Oh, it's running that way? Where does that river go? The river looks like this just looks like a dead end. Oh. On the one hand, I do quite like the cinematic watch what it's doing underwater. Just from a visual perspective. From a we're going for real immersive fishing action perspective, like no. Like you can't do this IRL. You don't get to just flip to cinematic view. If you're fishing, you gotta do it from what you can infer from the bobber on the surface. I don't know what's going on with those weights. They seem to be on a bit of a yo-yo thing going on. Is this where the fish live? Is this where I can catch the fish with the bait that I'm using? How do I slow down the reeling? Yeah, you don't reel this one in slowly, I guess. Oh, we have interest. Maybe. You there! Eat my thing! I can barely see the bobber from here. I mean, it's fishing. What did you want? It's a realistic fishing simulator. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this is coming from someone who's into farming simulator. You do not get to tell me that, oh, this is so riveting. That is how I feel about you playing farming simulator. I played 25 hours of Fishing Planet. And I never got very far, and I never did very well, but it was very relaxing and cathartic to just sit by the river and reel them in. And frankly, if this... if I can't figure this out, and if all my stuff breaks, and if the line keeps doing weird things where it just disappears to the bottom of the ocean and the planet, I may just go play Fishing Planet instead. Because I promised some fishing, and now I'm concerned I'm disappointing. Thing is, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like there's almost like an implied idea that you know what you're doing when you're getting into one of these. They're like, this is for people who go fishing IRL and know what a line leader is and what weights to use with which lines and which bobber and where the fish can be found and which fish like to come out at which times of day in which parts of the water. There's a fish. Ooh, pretty fish. I still come back to the Fishing Planet as being like what I have found from an outside amateur unknowledgeable perspective to be like a really good example of the genre, as it were, because it's accessible. Like, I have played other fishing games as well, and they always kind of come across as Yeah, what do you mean you don't know what to do? It's fishing. You know how to fish, don't you? I'm like, you've got... Like, to watch people on the riverbank, you don't sort of expect there to be, like, 3 gauges and then, like, 3 dials and a speedometer and vital statistics. Like, this doesn't seem like... dunno. I don't feel like this is what they're doing. It's way more complicated than you'd expect, I guess. But somehow Fishing Planet was like, yeah, no, we'll show you how to fish. There's a tutorial. We'll tell you where to go, what bait to use, which types of fish can be caught with which bait, where you can find them. There's just a Fishpedia thing. It's just like, yeah, oh, you're going for panfish? Oh, well, panfish can be found in the shallows, and they like to feed on corn. Here, put some corn on your line. There you go. Yeah, sorted. Like, it kind of just like told you what to do, and you're like, okay, cool. I guess I'm catching fish. Look at me go. Here, I'm like, I guess I'll dangle the rod in the water, and maybe the fish I want are somewhere near here, but I don't know. Okay. Let me bring her in. Whee! Right. How do we change the line leader? Because then maybe I can get something in the deeps. I don't know. Do we firstly need to know... Okay, so that's brackets are line leader. Cool. So now we can go deeper. I understand that much. That's how much line after the bobber, basically. It's how deep is your bait, is effectively your line leader. I get that. I understand that. This is comprehended. Help? Where find fish? Where find fish? I don't care about how the fish grow. I want to know where they're found. In this fishing method, special bait indicators called floats are used. A hook is also used on which various types of bait are placed. Set up the line leader. It doesn't explain what the line leader is. It's a good job I know what it is. Underwater mode, you can point the camera at the float using Z. They float on the water and start to move when the fish is trying to bite the bait. Like, they explain all of the bits that I think are obvious to anybody. Yeah, you have a bobber. The bobber moves when the fish bites. Okay, cool. Now explain where I find the fish. And what bait to use. They just assume... Everything else is assumed to be known. I mean, I guess it's just a matter of trial and error. I'd say it was a matter of trial and error and figuring it out, but, which I guess is like, how did the first fisherman ever figure out where to go fishing? Like, throw the bait in and see what bites, really, you know? But... Ugh. I've already lost one set of gear. Like, I broke my reel on the first cast. I can't break this one or it's all over. Like, I can't trial and error too much, you know? Do you want to exit? No, I don't want to exit. I want Fishipedia. Where's Fishipedia? It just doesn't have a Fishipedia, does it? I'm gonna have to figure this out. What's the longest line leader I can go for? So how does precision cast work? Okay. Okay. Fine. I'm not sure what I did there. I'm not sure if that was better than my other cast. So, our bait is now 1 meter below the surface instead of 20 centimeters. Will this help? Can I change it? I cannot change it on the fly. Why would I be able to do that? That would not make any sense. Do I want to be deeper still? I don't know how long to wait either. This is the thing. I'm like, how long is the typical wait time? between casting and catching. I mean, I guess IRL, you could be waiting a while. My experience in fishing pilots suggests, you know, not super long time, 30 seconds to a minute or so. If you've cast the right bait in the right place, it's usually pretty quick. How accurate is this? Is this like the Microsoft Flight Sim of fishing? Like it takes real time? Like you could have the rod sat there for an hour before anything bites. I don't know. How deep can we go with this line leader? Okay. Quite long. 2.5 meters. Okay, we can go to 2.5 meters. Cool. Okay, we're near like some underwater weeds and grasses and things. Maybe there's something lurking in the depths that's interested in... I don't even know what this bait's supposed to be. Is this bread? Is that bread? I guess it's a kind of bread, possibly. Frankly, that bread should have gone soggy and disintegrated by now. I feel like baits... bread doesn't seem like the most sturdy of baits. What happens to things like worms? So yeah, my early verdict right now is needs tutorial. Needs tutorial badly. Guys, put a tutorial into this thing. Holy crap, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how many other people will either. Non-soggy bread, it's the future. I mean, yeah, it could be, I suppose. Yeah. I guess there are different types of bread. Some of them might be more waterproof than others. I mean, my initial impression is just like if you just tore off a chunk of like, you know, sliced white bread, you know, supermarket, whatever, stuck it on the end of a hook and submerged it in water. The moment you move the hook, I feel like the bread would just go into the water, or just a strong current would just sort of just smush it away. Hovis, we need your fishing department, yes. Hovis MPD, get on the fishing bread technology. Something that's delicious to fish, but also waterproof. Or, I mean, like, there's, you know, a whole industry of bait. That bait is a thing. I mean, I can read you some excerpts from the Angling Times if you want to know about bait. I can teach you about bait. We can talk about oiling your boilies and zigging your zags and tweaking your chubs. Bread is floating. I think I don't think it's floating. I think it's just the line is really weird because it's done this every time I've cast it with everything. Is like the line just droops. Like there's some weird. They haven't quite figured out the line physics yet, I guess, kind of thing going on. It starts like, I mean, I don't know what the weights are doing. The weights slide up and down of their own accord as well. I don't think there's any fish here. You know what? I have a feeling I'm not catching anything. Here. Let's try here. The fish are here. This is where the fish are. Got a good feeling about it. I can move the camera. I have camera control. Sort of. Very bouncy camera. Just keeps boinging off things, but I got it. There are no fish in this lake. I'm calling it now. There are no fish here. This is just a sterile, barren lake. Except, I mean, if we ignore the 2 fish that I've definitely seen. Like, just a word of advice, game, on just like, oh, you're using the float rod. The float rod's best used in the creek, in the pond, in the wherever. I don't know. Just give me something. Throw me a frickin' bone here. Throw me a line. The fish is smaller than the fisherman. That's not hard. Oh god. Actually, oh, fine. The fish know how a fishing rod works. I don't. Come here, little fishies. I wanna eat you, little fishies. I want little fish. No. Let's try it in the river, with all the risks that entails. Bring that leader way back in. Oh, half a meter sounds fine. Cool. This is the one. This is the spot for float fishing. I got a good feeling about this. I'm gonna wait for the garbage to drift past. Maybe not cast into all the weeds. Perfect. I think. That'll do. That's where I want it. Love it. Again, don't know what's going on with the line. The line's just doing a thing. Try controlled cast. I don't even get how that works. It just seems to be a different animation. I'll give it a go once I run out of steam here. Oh, is it going to go straight into all the garbage patch over there? Don't do that. Ooh, there's a fish. There it is. Don't think it's interested. Might slow down the speed of the reeling in. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I was looking at the 4 pips, and like actually, it's way more fine grained than that. Yeah, this is the slowest I can go. He says, apparently snagging it on something. Oh god, am I snagged? Oof. Okay. Oh, no, 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 don't. Oh, crap. How do you cancel? Oh, no. How do you cancel a cast? Bait on the ground. Yes, yes it is. Is this my fishing toolbox? No, it's just a box. Just rando boxes. I was hoping I could find another reel somewhere. I was like, a box? Is it a box of stuff? No, no. Oh, hello. Okay. Well, we know that's be one there. Okay. Cool. Well, fish is gone. It'll be back. Maybe. Maybe? Can I even reel in? I don't think I can reel in. That's a rock. It's on a rock again. Well, that may yet prove to be a problem. Oh, there's my fish. It is down there. Hello. Okay. How do I do this without snagging it on something? Okay, let's just a wee gentle cast. Like there. Cool. There we go. Nice and steady, stable, underwater. Not being dragged along by the currents, not getting stuck in a rock. Much. Just sit there and wait for the fish to take the bait. And then we will have learned how to fish. Oh, 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 check that one out. Oh, there's loads here. Fish are messing with me. Yeah. Yeah. Splashing around near the surface to go, hey, here we are, no, 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 no. Come on! It's bread. It's got electrolytes. It's what fish crave. Dang it. I should probably have a look, see if I do have any other bait. Shame you can't angle the camera down. You can just spin it around. You can't, like, there's no up or down on it. No pitch. I'm reeling the bobber in, but the bread's stuck in the water, I think. No, it's stuck in... Ah! It's... Ah, the camera... doesn't seem to recognize when it gets stuck in stuff. Like, it quite often... Oh no. Or is it not stuck in... It feels like it keeps getting stuck in rocks and things, but I don't know. Arse. Frankly. Let's go a bit deeper. Right. Oh, hello. You're definitely out there. The current does seem to be, like, extraordinarily fast. It does just seem to... Yeah. Every single time it just gets whipped away down the river, and I'm just like... Because the corner I'm on is somewhere over that away, down the river. Or up the river. Yeah. The hook's moving downstream, yeah. I mean, that's currents. That's definitely how currents work. I'm not sure how to deal with that. I mean, with a lure, you'd like cast, reel it in, try and master some sort of technique to reeling it in, and hope something bites it on the way. But I guess that's out. Keep tension, watch, like keep reeling as it keeps. I don't know. I can bring it closer to me, but... Ultimately, then it's just less line. It's not going to be affected by the river less. It just can't go as far because there's less line. You there! Will you care to sample my tasty wares? No, I wouldn't. Am I in a rock again? This was it just seems to like end up lodged in rocks every single time. Where else is there fishing? Let's teleport. We can go teleporting. Can we fish from the bridge? This is where we started, so we wandered down to this end. I can't go fishing from the bridge, that would be magnificent. And tragic shame that I can't. Honestly. I may just restart the demo and like create a fresh profile just to get my gear back and do the lure fishing again. Fishing is a matter of patience. Yes, to a degree. IRL, I would agree. In my experience with fishing games, they don't normally make you wait as long as you would have to wait IRL to catch a fish. If something doesn't start paying attention to the bait fairly quickly, it's probably a dud cast. Unless this game is way more realistic than I've remotely given it credit for, in which case, kudos. Yeah, as I say, I feel like the game needs to communicate more to you what you're supposed to do. It just seems to assume you know what you're doing. Yeah. Right. Let's not throw it into the log. Oh, that's not very far anyway. Oh, not that one. There we go, can't get away now. I mean, the bobber's upside down, but never mind. Can you let the line out? That's a fine question. No, I think is the answer to that. Again, fishing player, so if you brought the reel speed down, it kind of almost had like, on the UI, almost like a reverse gear. You had like full speed, medium speed, low speed, and backwards, which just let you let the line out. I'm not seeing that here. Need a rowboat. Yeah, I can't for the life of me remember what the last fishing game I played was called. There was another fishing MMO after Fishing Planet that had boats. You could like get it wasn't a rowboat. They gave you actually like a speedboat. You could like go out on a speedboat, park up where you wanted and go fishing. Although I'd like the rowboat feels infinitely more chill. I like the rowboat vibe. Sea of Thieves, hashtag rowboat adventures. It won't even let me have the underwater camera here. I think I'm just too close to do anything useful here. The graffiti under the bridge is a nice authentic touch. Right. We'll give this one a hot second, see if anything takes interest, and then I think we start having a look at either gear, can I do anything with it, or reset the demo and go back to lure fishing. Is real fishing bewildering, frustrating, and confusing, and your bait gets stuck inside a rock every 3 seconds? I suspect the answer is actually probably yes. I mean, I have been fishing. Not since I was like a kid, though. Like, my dad used to take me fishing. I was not enthused for it as a kid. I can honestly say, like, IRL, fishing still doesn't interest me. Like, there's plenty of bodies of water near me where there's fishermen out along them all day, every day. But, like, just as something to do, it's not something I've always like, I want to do that. That looks good. That looks like a thing I want to do. It's never enthused me. Your bait isn't moving in the water, it's stuck. That's moving. It's okay. We're good. We're alive. We're alright. But yeah, my dad also did fly fishing, which I gather this game will have later. I guess the demo doesn't have it, but he had like a little fly tying thing, and I quite enjoyed that. Like, playing with that, like, tying flies. I mean, he had, like, a book on, like, here's which specific fibers you have to use in order to make your fly look like this real-world insect, which these fish are attracted to eating, therefore it will mostly work. I did not do that. I was not like, I shall recreate the common mayfly in intricate detail. I was like, ooh, that one, I want one of the sparkly bits. Oh, and there's a bit of green there, and so I'll have some blue and some red, and yeah, and then look at this, it's really great. Look, isn't it so colourful? Like, it doesn't look anything like an insect. The whole point is to look like an insect. That doesn't look like an insect. I mean, it might look good, but it does not look like an insect and a thing that a fish would want to eat. But I had fun, and that's the important part. Ooh, there's bubbles down there. That's coming from a fish. That's got to come from a fish. Only a fish would make that many bubbles. I have no idea what makes bubbles. What makes bubbles? Okay. Let's bring her in. Okay, what are my options? Oh, we've got a Sakura Alpax, I guess. Oh, they're all universal reels. So I could put this. Oh, I could put the Sakura on the blue one that was broken, except I've dismantled the set now. We have some other lines. We have some other float weights. We have a cricket float instead of a flying rocket. Oh, we have other baits. Ah, nice. Oh, we've got other lures as well. Cool. Okay, so if that's the feeder master, that must be the... so we want a spinning rod. That one. Yes, make it so. We want a reel, which is going to be our 6 kilo Alpax 4508 SW. Yes. I hope this tells me if I'm doing it wrong. So it can have, I guess 6 kilo is the line, which that is a 5 kilo line. So I guess that's fine on a. Or do I want that? Do I want that? The other one was 0.18, wasn't it? We had this on before. Yeah. The line leader, that one. It's the only one we've got. Fine. Lures. We want lures. Wait, can you put natural things on a spinning rod? Huh. I think we had the crank on before, didn't we? I'm going to put a panther on, maybe? I don't know, what did they even say we could catch here? Probably most of those, I guess. Sure, why not? Is that a set? Do we have a fishing set? I think we've got a fishing set. Okay, cool. We're back in action. Yeah. Now, where can I cast this that I won't break everything? So, if I break the reel again, I'm stiff out of luck. Really. Went fishing with your dad in Brittany. Spot for noob fishermen because the fish did not want to know. Yeah, is that a hallmark of noob fisherman spots where the fish don't want to know? is that why this is a noob spot? Because these ones don't want to know. Oh, can we go out on the bridge? Yes, bridge. That's what I'm after. Somewhere I can stand in the middle of the river and cast and not get snagged. Except this is totally going to get snagged because actually I wanted to cast that way and it's all logs. Oof. I could stand on that rock. And cast sort of downriver and reel it up. With all the risks of logs and things coming this way that entails. But this might work. This might work. Right, get. Okay. All the way! Woo! Right. Let's get that speed down. Nice and slow. Good 16. Straight slow. Good old straight slow reel. Spinning through the water, through the reeds, getting snagged on everything. Is this like the? I feel like I'm just dragging it along the bottom here. Can we go a little bit faster? Just get it off the bottom. There we go. Yeah, the camera clips through all the rocks. That's why you can never tell whether you're on the bottom or on a rock or something, because the camera just clips. So I need to find the right speed that like brings it in nice and slow without snagging on everything on the way. Also, that didn't seem to, like... I didn't feel like that was in the water long enough to, like, do anything, but, you know. Let that log go. I'm not a fan of the logs every 2 minutes, like clockwork feature, if I'm honest. Drop the speed to 20%? Oh, that's gonna hit the bottom. Is 24 the sweet spot? No, 26, I think. It's fast enough to keep it off the bottom. Oh! We have one! We got one! It bit! Ah! How do I fish? Oh my god! We got a fish! I don't know the techniques. I don't think it needs techniques. I think I got it. I think I got one. Hey! Rainbow trout! Oh wow, $163. I'll be able to repair my reel before long. Woo! Yes! What's more? What is my license good for? Like, have I got a license to fish here? Or is the demo just like, sell it all as fish? Catching! Making bank. If that's the going rate for fish, then I need to get into fishing, huh? But if each fish is worth $163 dues. Nothing interested? You all suck. Oh god, it went for it at the last second! It went for it, like, literally at the last possible moment. And I reeled it in. Dang it. Oh well. I'll get it next time. It'll be back for more. It's just like, damn it, I missed food! But I'll get a second chance. Okay, I think I need to go a little bit faster again. Still dragging along the bottom a bit. Oh, we got one. Oh, two. Nearly got two there. Well. Yeah, I didn't really have to fight that too much. I just reeled that in. Salmon. Woo. $144. Lovely stuff. What's the advantage of releasing any of them in this particular context? Now we're on the trolley. I feel like float fishing is more advanced, I guess. Ugh, rock. I mean, Fishing Planet I think also kind of had a similar approach, whereas lures were just like, yep, that's where you start, and then it's like, now you're ready to learn how to use floats. Which is weird, because actually, like, even before I did fly fishing with my dad, I'm fairly sure, like, the first thing I ever did was floats, because it's just, you throw it in the water, and when the bobber goes, you reel it in. Yeah. Hello. Did I deny you dinner? I'll give you another chance. I should have stopped near the fish. I mean, I guess it depends on the fish, but isn't the point of it that, like, different fish react differently to different techniques and stuff? Whereas... But also part of the way it does work is it spins round whilst you're reeling it in, and it goes flashy, shimmery, and fish go, ooh, tasty thing, eat the tasty thing. Yeah, like so. Like that. And then you have a fish. Whereas if you just, like, let it drop, it's not spinning and then it won't get the attention of the fish. Rainbow trout, 119. Yeah. Gonna have that reel back up and running in no time. I mean, I could, let's up the speed a bit to, like, say 50 then. So I can do kind of a lift and drop. Straight slow, no. This is not a lift and drop, is it? Nope, this is not a technique. I feel like this is a lift and drop. It's lifting and then it's dropping. It's not. That ain't a thing. I'm trying to think what other techniques I'm even aware of the existence of. I don't know if it's like considered a elegant technique. I do know that if you like yank the rod about a bunch, like it was described as being jerking in Fishing Planet, so it's like, I guess it's like, oh, it's a bug that is struggling underwater. Eat the struggling beetle thing. I can see how it's sort of trying to mimic behaviors of things that might be underwater, like, this thing is in distress, let's eat it, is, you know, the instinct from the fish. Where did that land? Ooh. Right, let's kill that speed. Straight spin, just a straight in is working for me so far. I'm getting things with a straight cast. Don't break my reel. Don't. No. I'm gonna just go again. Reset that one. Do not need to break my reel. Pulling in on a rock again. Oops, same rock. There's too many rocks in this dang river. What other baits do we have? We got the Robinson mackerel, which is used for exactly the same fish. Okay, fine. The Sakura rider frog, which is used for the same fish. Of course it is. What's this? So this is yellow perch instead of regular perch. Oh no, as well as regular perch. Oh no, they both do both perch. What's new? What's different on that then? So this adds salmon sockeye. The earthworm does not get them. So if you're like, I actually want these 5, but not the salmon, earthworm would be the way forward. Let's try this. Can I equip that one? No, I can't. It doesn't go with this. You can't put an earthworm on a lure. Fine. Let's try the crank then, because it's the only thing that catches a different fish. Let's crank it. Crank it up. Oh, not that one. That one. Look at it cranking. It looks like a tiny little fish. A tasty fish. Go and get the tasty fish, guys. Oh, I don't need to be going quite so fast. Nope. There's a lift and drop. Maybe the other lure wasn't well suited to doing a lift and drop. Maybe you need a crank to do it. This is not a technique, this is just a straight. Okay, well, you seem to have to do it really slow for the lift and drop there. Oh, you're off ski? No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Let's see if we can do... The lift seems to work better when it's closer into you, it's got to be said, otherwise it just sits on the bottom and gets caught on a rock like that. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Got one. Yes. Yes. Cool. Come to me. Okay. One gets the distinct impression there's probably not going to be a lot in Jackson River that's going to put up much of a fight. A smallmouth bass. Whoop whoop. 144. Love it. There's a price like directly related to the weight of all these fish. 1.44 kilos is $144. Have I? I've got 570. I haven't got enough to repair my reel yet. This is the one. I can feel it. It's gonna be a good fish. It's gonna be big, expensive, saleable. I'm repairing my reel. Oh, was that a fish or was that a fish-shaped leaf? It was a fish-shaped leaf. Kind of wish I could cast further. It doesn't feel like I'm casting very far. 35 meters, yeah. Oh, I see you over there. Oh, he's got it. He's got it. Oh, this one's... Oh. This one is putting up more of a fight. Oh my. There's more tension in the line. Assuming I'm reading any of these charts in any way, shape or form correctly. Bring the speed down. Slowly, slowly. Catchy fishy. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yay! That's a good one. That is a photographic bass. That is 3.82 kilos. That's a trophy fish right there. That's a trophy. Get that to the Hunter's Call. Check that out. That is worth 38 XP and $382 dues. Yeah. And I am levitating. I am not actually stood on that rock. Check that. Cool. Okay, that was a fun little fight. Is there a shop? Can I buy more gear? Better gear? When do I level up? What do I need to do to get to level 2? Does that let me get more stuff? Is this all of them? So, yeah, just monofilament. Fine. Not that I really appreciate the difference between the different types of filament, but, you know. Now, where's my busted gear? That one. Yes. I mean, that one has a 4 kilo strength. This has a 6 kilo strength. Like, if I break this, I'm screwed. 2,500. I can never replace that. Yikes. But this is, yeah, this seems to be the better one. Right, let's get some more trophy fish. There's a fish, saw one, saw it, go and get that one. That's the fish we're getting. Fun question. Can I actually tell whether a fish is bitten? Nope. I think I lost that one. I think something did bite it, but I think I lost it. Just trying to figure out whether I can actually successfully, like... What's the term? Well, there's an actual term for it. Strike. Yes, we can actually strike, I guess. At the right time, without having a camera looking and going, your fish has bitten the line. Which, as I say, feels cheesy. Even with that said, I still like look at the lure icon And I struck last time when it was like spinning upside down wildly. Which sort of implied like maybe something has bitten this. Oh, yes, yeah, no, too soon, or too slow, one of the two. Something actually did take that then, yeah. I saw it on the line. I thought it was the right time to strike because I saw it on the line. Dang it. It's kind of trivial to do it when it's underwater because you're like, aha! I literally visually see this happening. I mean, I guess if you had a fishing rod in your hands, like, you'd have a lot more tactile feedback. You'd be able to, suddenly it feels like a thing. It's pulling on the line when it wasn't a moment ago. Either I'm snagged or it's a fish. So what I'm really saying here is I need a fishing rod controller. They really need to make sure these games are compatible with the Dreamcast fishing rod controller, honestly. I mean, for all I know, they might actually be. I don't know. Never tried it. Don't own one. Suddenly feel like it is one I should own. Kinda don't think I would use it for much. There's definitely a clickbait video in there for Sea of Thieves. I did Sea of Thieves fishing with a fishing rod controller. Here's what happened. Nope. Oh, yeah, that one, yeah. I struck at the right time there. Woo! I just saw the tension meter shoot up and struck. And yeah, I got a thing. This one is not fighting. This one's not a trophy fish. This one is a tiddler. It's a salmon sockeye. Oh, it's not a tiddler. It's a photograph. Can't be that. It's not that impressive. It's 1.68. Well, she thought it was impressive enough to pose with. So which fish have I caught so far? I got the salmon sockeye there. We got the rainbow trout earlier. I just kind of like tick them off in a gotta catch more fashion. Which fish do I need to be able to say I've mastered this stretch of the river? One thing that's been, I guess, a little bit tricky for me to get the hang of there is, like, not moving the mouse during the cast animation, because, like, it carries on casting. And whichever way you're facing when you let go, it's just the way it goes. If you move the mouse between... something did a sploosh. Yeah, if you move the mouse during the cast animation, it's just like... It don't care, it'll just send it off in a different direction. That's not what you want. Yeah, this bit, like, holding the mouse rock steady and, like, resisting the urge to just, like, move at that point is challenging, actually. Oh, 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 we got one! I don't think this one's fighting me. This one can just come on in. What are you? Smallmouth bass? Cool. I already had one of those, but... a few pennies. Yeah, these logs don't seem to be too much of a headache. And also, I don't seem to be in any real risk of actually hitting that rock, which is a little bit of a concern. Yeah, and he's going to... I don't know what I would need to go. Where can I find a list? I need to go back to like the menu to find out which fish can be caught here, and then make a list of it, and then go like, I'm going to catch all of these things, and then a trophy version of all of these things. And yeah, for I mean, it spoke of XP. I do want to know whether I can actually level up here. Can I become a level 2 fisherman? Fisherwoman? Fisherperson? Oh, oh, oh. Come on in. You are... little smallmouth. Just a tiddler. Still worth $100, I won't say no. Right. Inventory. Yeah. Level... it says level 1, but then there's not like any progression or anything. I strongly suspect there at this early stage and in the demo at least there is no progression, but why would you dangle that carrot over my head like that and not allow me to progress? I feel cheated, robbed. So what we got? We have had salmon sockeye, rainbow trout, smallmouth bass. Have we had any kind of perch? I need a list of all the things I have caught. Oh my god, it has googly eyes. We need the one with the googly eyes. Oh my god, we're going googly eye fishing. Googly! Right. If we don't catch anything with the googly eyes, I will be a disappointed person. Oh, there is one there. Oh, jeez, I switched underwater camera, like, literally as the fish brought. I just wanted to see the googly eyes. I wasn't even expecting a fish. I was just like, hey, let's see a googly eyes swim through the water. Lol, 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 lol. It's so silly. Yeah, no, that's it. That is a fish. That's a fish that's... It's put up a bit of a fight, but not too much. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, photo fish. 2.7 kgs. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. So pretty. Oh, I kind of want to release it. Oh, you get a bonus XP for release. Ah, that's why you would release it. Because you want XP. Okay, so it's worth twice as much XP to release as it is to catch. So you're basically tripling your XP for doing catch and release. Oh, it's good fish. You get to live. Partly because you're worth XP to me now. Now I know this. Cool. I suppose any way I could buy anything, is there? Or is there? Let's... was there any way to buy stuff before we came out here? I don't think there was. Right, let's try fishing out. In fact, let's not go for a wade. Let's go onto that bridge. There's a perfectly good bridge there. Or pier. It's not a bridge. It doesn't go anywhere. Let's try this. Right onto the log. Oh, there are fish out here. That one looks good. Yo! Take the bait. Stupid. That's worth a lot of points, I can tell. Fine. No googly eyes for you. You can kind of do the lift and drop a bit more when there's actually you got a bit of verticality to work with, which I do here. Not sure this is the bait for it though. Maybe we need the old cranker or a frog. Maybe the frog does a lift and drop. Sure, why not? Fly, fly. Or swim, swim. Oh, does the frog float? It literally just goes along the surface. Huh. I confess I'm not familiar with laws of this style. Fair enough. I guess there's not too much you can do with a lure of this style other than bring it straight in along the surface like that. Huh. If I were to cast that downstream, could I just leave it out there and just let the current sort of make it go? Feels like a thing I could do. Am I stuck in a rock? Oh no, it's still coming in. Just slowly. Slowly, slowly. It was a much longer cast than any of the others have been. I mean, I could just let it do its thing, I suppose. Well, it doesn't seem to be doing its thing very well here. It's, sort of... There we go, now it's frogging. Oh, apparently I'm doing the old lift and drop slow here, I guess. Is it moving with the currents? No, it's not. It is stopped. Huh. I wonder why it was moving in of its own accord when I cast it then. I thought it was just sort of flowing along with the river. Unless it's moved out, unless it, by reeling it in, I've sort of moved it away from that central current, so it's no longer being moved, and the water's still where it is. Oh, we can go dead slow with this then, can't I? Without worrying about it just dragging along the bottom or anything. So now I'm into the currents. Alright, come on, in. So... I wonder if we go fishing from that bridge. That bridge is perfect. Come on, log. Beat it. Bait is on the ground. Bait is still on the ground? Hey, bait is in the water. Really, yeah, goal here just to get to a point where it looks like it's swimming with the currents. Currents doing the thing. I don't have to worry about it. I don't know where it's going. That's going straight for the riverbank. Why is that going straight for the riverbank? I'm not reeling this at all. It just went for the riverbank. Yeah, bait on the ground. Yeah. Facts. Just, yeah, reset. That didn't work as well as I wanted. It's gotta be said. Can I go fishing here? That's a log. That is that log. Oh no. Oh, the log is actually not a problem. It's just cosmetic, I guess. Okay, also the current doesn't make it swim. Reeling makes it swim. Boo. It's kind of just going for like a lazy frog swimming slowly along the surface thing that might be very enticing to fish without me having to do any work, but no. No, I gotta put the effort in. Oh, is there one? Yep. No? No, that's a, oh, that is a log, I think. I think that's a log. That's not a... No, that's a bird. That is a bird. I can't catch a bird. Like, what? Hard to tell what things are from underwater. That is that. Waterfowl. Hey, Elzareth. Needs more boats. Yes, agreed. I don't know if the finished game may have boats. This one does not have boats. I did mention earlier there was one fishing game I played at some point in history that, like, it was like an accurate, like, you know, hyper-realistic fishing sim thing. And it did give you a speedboat, and you could just go out and, like, yeah, just go do some ocean fishing. Oh, hello, hello. Okay, we need googly eyes. Old lucky googly eyes. It's the technical fishing term for this particular lure. I see you down there. Perch. I think that's perch. I think I know my fish. It looks a bit like what I seem to recall perch looked like in Animal Crossing. That's my frame of reference for fish. Anything I know about fish, I know from Animal Crossing. Oh, we got a bite! Oh, he's not fighting. That can come straight in. You come to me, buddy. We got a thing! My t-shirt says Queen. Cool. That is a salmon sockeye. Get out of here, you. See, told you, googly eyes for the win. It is weirdly meditative to the point where, like, I quite often, and I've found this with other fishing games as well in the past, like, often, like, get a bite, and you don't even, like, particularly appreciate it. You just sort of like, yeah, just wind it in, and then you're like, huh, why is that meter going up? And they're like, oh, the meters go up when the fish bite, right. Oh, I have to do a thing now. like that. Like, yeah, there we go. There's one. I didn't think I got one there. That was right last moment. Yoink. Oh, we got a catfish! Womp, 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 womp. We haven't got a catfish yet. That is our first catfish. First catfish of the day, and of the game, actually. Black bullhead catfish. I am a little surprised to catch a catfish with a lure, actually. From my past fishing sim experience, would have expected a catfish to be your float fishing job. That's... yeah, they kind of sort of lurk in the depths and don't really, like, come out to, like, chase down fast-moving things. You just sort of, like, dangle it over their heads and then they take the bait. So, to catch it with the old spinny googly, a little surprising, but cool. Since I've had zero luck with the floats, like, glad to have ticked that one off the list. We can... do I want the money or do I want the XP? I don't know. I think they're equally worthless to me right now. I'll take the XP. Maybe I can level up. No, I am still level 1. Fly, you fool. I feel like this game should have come out a year ago, honestly. Like, this feels like, man, this is the wrong time to be doing this. Like, 1 year ago, everyone was like, no, can't go outside. Outside is death. But outside is good. Nature. We like nature, but we're not allowed to go near the nature. The nature means we got other people, and other people means deadly. Like, they could have made bank being like, yes, we just have a outdoor simulator. This is basically like going outdoors, but not. They could have made bank with this if they'd released it at the start of the pandemic. Just a pretty detailed, chilling out by the river simulator. I mean, that's all I'm here for. I'm just here for the nature sounds. And the greenery. It's good for you, don't you know? It's like going for a walk in the country without any of the calorie burning. Outside sim. Yeah. Like, I mean, why do you think Animal Crossing was as popular as it was? I mean, aside from it being Animal Crossing, everyone's like, ah, we can socialize and enjoy places and people and things without the deadly? Ooh, I want some of that. Animal Crossing got it right. Like 3 days into the UK's first lockdown, it launched. And that was like the perfect timing. I mean, the fact that they've only got a demo at this stage says, like, I guess maybe, like, they probably weren't ready to launch a year ago, but if they could have done. Outside is more on the table. Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, outside has always kind of been on the table. It depends on what you mean by outside. If we're talking about sitting in the park with 20 other people having a picnic, maybe, but I don't. I mean, it's well ventilated. It's got that going for it, but probably wouldn't overdo it. If you're like me, I'm like, I am a recluse. I should basically be a hermit. I'm going to go for a walk, and I shall be 3 miles from the nearest human being. Like, I feel like that's pretty safe. It's kind of my attitude to things. Another catfish! What's with all the catfish? That's a really good catfish. That's 2.5 kilos. Yeah, no, I've gotten in my share of outdoors. I have learned so much about the the places to walk within walking distance of my town over the course of the last year. Because I'm like, well, I'm not getting on public transport. Jeez, what a plague den of a bus or a train. Nope, that's not happening. So it's just like, well, now I know every single footpath within 10 miles of the town. I mean, it's well ventilated than most offices. You have air, and it moves. Is your park not ventilated? What park are you in that is not ventilated? It is, like, optimally ventilated. Also, I'm not sure I said hi. Hi, Puzzle Master. That was very rude of me. How are you this evening? It's an odd way of putting it. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just, if you think about sort of, like, the emphasis on the elements that reduce transmission, space, ventilation, masking, like, ventilation is, like, top of the list. Like, if there is sufficient airflow to disperse anything, like, kind of the other factors are dramatically, the need for any of the other factors are dramatically reduced. You kind of don't need the masks and distancing to any significant degree if you're, frankly, if you're basically outdoors for the most part. If you're going to be, like, hanging around somebody, like, side by side with them for a few hours outside, that's maybe a bit different, but yeah. Parks defined as well ventilated. Hoping your RPG group will meet today. Like in person? Is that safe? 2 kilo smallmouth bass, 40 XP. Make it so. Yeah, my Works RPG group fell apart immediately at the start of the pandemic, and now I don't work for that company anymore, so now I don't have an RPG group. It's online. Cool. Good. Love it. Oh, is you vaccinated? Why is everybody except me on this damn planet, and I guess India, unfortunately, is vaccinated? It really seems to be frustrated. Like, literally everybody's like, yeah, I've been vaccinated. Have you not been vaccinated? I've been vaccinated. Well, why have you not been vaccinated? It's like, I don't know why I've not been vaccinated. Everybody else has. They haven't asked me. They haven't told me I can be yet. What have we got here? That is a tiddler. It is a smallmouth bass. That is a teeny tiny one. You are a baby bass. You go back. I feel like I am up some point soon. Like, over here they've reached a point where you don't need an appointment anymore. I don't know how other countries are sort of like organizing their rollouts. I mean, you keep seeing places like, I mean, Tolkien was obviously very clear on Indiana at some point was just like, so everybody can get vaccinated now. Let's to everybody. Who do you want one to have a vaccine? I don't know if that's just due to like the US has more like anti-vax movement and therefore less people will actually take up that. I got one. Will actually take up the vaccine. Yeah, zero effort fish. Sweet. Therefore, the vaccines that they do have can be more readily distributed to whoever wants it. Whereas in the UK, the vaccine uptake has across the board broadly been pretty high. Some of the, sort of, I guess, minority groups who have more reason, historically speaking, to distrust the medical institutions, and rightly and fairly so, I suppose, like, a little bit lower, but also they're stabbing all the whiteys as well, so, like, I mean, if they're gonna wipe us all out, they're not just gonna kill, like, the minorities that historically they've just been experimented on, frankly. If they're experimenting on it, they're experimenting on, like, millions across the entire country, across all demographics. Hail science. Oh, another free fish. What are you? I just like whipped it out the water, like as I was reeling it in. It was like, oh, it turns out there's a fish attached to the end of this. Who knew? Who could possibly have told? That is a tiny fish. And it is actually... Is that my first perch? That might be my first perch. I'm not sure if I've caught a perch yet. Yeah, you go back. You're tiny. You've got your whole life ahead of you. Yeah, so I mean, in the UK, it's very like regimented by age groups. At this point, they're like, they started here. I was like, everybody over 80 can get vaccinated. Then once they've done them, it's like, right, everybody over 70, now you get vaccinated. Okay, well they're done. Next, everybody over 65. Okay, everybody over 60. We're up to 40, I think. Like the current group is like the over 40s. Can get vaccinated. Oh, that is a fish. There is one. You come to me. And I think they are just doing it in like 5-year bracket increments now. So I got another 2 brackets to go, and they're like every couple of weeks or so. So I think within the next month, hopefully. There's also a tiddler. What's going on with the tiddlers? So they should be moving on to the 35 to 40-year-olds soon. And then, despite what talkers would have you believe, I fall into the 30 to 35 bracket. And then I'm allowed to touch other human beings again. I mean, you know, within reason. Barring the old restraining orders. The people that I'm allowed to touch, I can touch. Hey, that is another perch. Hi. How are you? Slightly impaled is what you are. You can go back. Suddenly it's just like a cavalcade of tiny fish. I have absolutely nailed the panfish technique. If these can be so-called panfish. Is panfish a special... I don't know. Is it a special classification of specific breeds of fish? Or is it just any fish which is small enough to fit into a pan? Can any fish of a specific size be a panfish? If so, that was the definition I was kind of going for there. Oh, we got another one. Ah, there's another one. Yeah, that's yet another one. I don't need to cast it all the way out. They're all by my feet here, apparently. And that is a micro catfish. All the other catfish were big. That was a dinker. Dinker, is that a word? That is not a word. A dinky one. I should probably, like, start casting these with, like, half the strength that I do, if that. It doesn't take long to reel it in, though. Oh, there's one. Oh, we got a bite. Got a bite. Oh, for all the trouble I had at the start of this, like... Oh, this one's putting up a little bit of a fight. A little bit, not a lot. It's a trophy. Oh, it's a cinematic fish. It's a 3 kilo. It's a trophy fish. By this river's standards, yeah. That's a good fish for this stretch. You can go for 58 XP. Do I level up yet? Nope. Not permitted to level up. How many fish I gotta catch? I don't think any of the fish on this stretch of the river, really seem to pose much of a threat to my equipment. There's no strategy to bring them all in. It's just keep reeling. Aye. Oh, trophy perch. 2 kilo perch. Those yellow birds have to sit somewhere. Hey, Animal Crossing jokes. Get back in the water for my 40 XP. Panfish are fish that don't get bigger than pan. Okay, fair enough. I mean... I guess that probably rules out most of the fish here. I don't know, how big a fish can you put in a pan? How big a pan are we talking? What if it's a really big pan? What if I'm annoyingly pedantic about this? That was that the first cast I've done in a while that didn't actually catch anything? Boo. They're like splooshing around down here. They are all hanging around by my feet. Because yeah, my instinct is like the line gets to there, and I'm usually like, I haven't caught anything. Never mind, I could bring it in. But like, nope, that is a bite right there. Somewhere down, just over that. I don't even know what I'm gesturing at. I guess it gets deeper a little bit out there. I guess they hang around there. That's a teeny fish. All the regular sized fish have just gone. Have I driven them to extinction? I've been releasing them. I cannot possibly have driven them to extinction. I just seem to catch tiny fish and trophy fish now. I mean, if we're saying like the trophy fish are about as big as they get here, like, could you fit a 3 kilo fish in a pan? Is that a thing you could do? I've never like challenged myself to see what the largest fish I could fit in a pan is. I've got to be honest. I don't think I've ever cooked. I've never cooked a whole fish, like by like a fillet of fish or something. But you know, no, like I have an entire fish. Let me just stick it in a pan. That involves like too much fish work. Prefer to have a fishmonger do the gross stuff for me, and then I just have a fish. Cool. That is a pretty reasonably, respectably average fish, I suppose. I mean, I guess she thinks it's pretty impressive. She's like posing with it. I fear that for a lack of progression at some point in the near future, I am going to have to concede that I have seen everything the demo has to offer. Because I don't think time is not elapsing. There's no like night fishing, or is there? It did mention time earlier. Maybe time just like elapses very slowly. I've been here for two hours fishing, and it is still the middle of the day. So unless it elapses in real time. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. That looks like a good fish. That is an okay fish. That is all right. Medium. The medium fish are back. The small fish have grown up. Yeah. So unless there's night fishing, there's no more gear to buy. There's no more areas to go fishing. I've caught, I think, all of the types of fish on this lake. I've caught a handful of trophy fish. I cannot level up. I may have to accept there's not a lot more to it than this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Except the catharsis of fishing itself. Come up to me. That looks good. That looks good. That looks like a... From here, that looks like a big fish. That is not that big a fish. Fine. They all look bigger from in the water. Could try a different fishing spot. I have definitely fished. I have mastered that spot. Like there's nothing more to learn there. I really want to try the float fishing again. Just for something different. Let's swap the bait out for earthworms. Let's put a 4-gram weight on. Yes, yes indeed. That's the only leader we've got. Yep. 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 Well, there's not a lot of options here. What about a cricket float? I don't know what the difference would be. Fine, I'll go with that. Just to be different. Okay. Right, let's go deep. And then let's do a short cast. Out to that. So, earthworms dangling above all the leafy bits. As deep as I can possibly get it. We've got the heavy weights on it. We've got as much line as possible. If ever I was going to stand a chance of getting like the catfish, the bottom feeders, this should be it. And now we play the waiting game. Waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hippos. It's bobbing. Is that just bobbing naturally? I think it's just bobbing naturally. It's totally just bobbing naturally. We bring it closer in, so I can like have it dangling right over the reeds, over the leafy bits, the green, the bits where fish like to hide. Oh, I must be too shallow. I can't even switch to underwater cam there. Dang it. Right. I don't know whether the far casting or precision casting is the right call for this. I feel like it's precision casting. It feels like more of a precise technique. You find the spots where you want to fish, and then you cast to that spot, rather than just like out there as far as you can. You want a very specific, like, I will fish here. And this bit of the river where it's, like, not flowing feels right, because then you can stay in one place and the float doesn't float and bait doesn't get dragged away. I'm having to intuit and refamiliarize myself with all of fishing to play this game. It was, and I cannot stress this enough, a stressful first hour. Like, catching that first fish. That took a long time. The thing is, once I got that first fish, they're like, ah, I've got it now, now I can catch fish, and it's easy. But figuring out that first fish is tricky. Which again, like, I mean, that was for lures. Is it going to take me another hour to figure out how to catch them with a float? It's possible. I mean, I was told fishing is a game of patience. It's a waiting game. I mean, the lure fishing feels a lot more lively. This seems to be like a game of patience, a waiting game. Maybe. Also feels like if you're not in the right spot, you're just waiting forever. Just sit here and hope a catfish takes interest. I don't think I ever caught much with a float in Fishing Planet. I recognize I've been comparing this game to Fishing Planet a lot, but like I played a bunch of Fishing Planet. It is my main point of reference for comparing this game to it. But I mean, like from a I suppose a critique perspective, first impressions, doing a lot of the same stuff. Gotta be honest. Like from an amateur, I don't know the intricacies of fishing perspective, but I enjoyed this other fishing simulator perspective. Like it feels like it's doing much of the same stuff in much the same way, but given they're both striving for accuracy in their fishing, that's probably unsurprising. Like you would expect two X simulators to, you know, be broadly pretty similar in the details if they're trying to be as accurate as possible, right? One truck simulator is going to have a lot of overlap with like the style and mechanics of another truck simulator, typically, I would imagine. All the fishing games I played have kind of been fairly similar in their nature. Like, there are obviously a lot of sort of factors to tying things. You've got your sort of like your time of day, your type of bait, your lines, your reels, your line leaders, your floats, your lures, all based on real world things and trying to be as accurate as possible. So they're all going to be kind of similar. Fishing Planet is, I mean, your barrier to entry is much lower because it is a free-to-play game. On the other hand, it is a free-to-play game, so it's got a lot of awful microtransaction stuff in it. It basically insists that you keep fishing forever. Or else all will collapse around you and you'll have to start again. Here, I'm not sure what the model is. I've not looked into it. I'm fairly sure the model is buy the game. It's the right model, honestly. But also, I don't think I would have ever tried Fishing Planet and gotten into it if it weren't free to play. If somebody was like, we've got an accurate hyper-detailed fishing simulator, 40 quid, please. No, I wouldn't pay that. I'm not that into fishing. I'm not IRL into fishing at all. And yet, it's very chill. But I mean, if you can resist the pull of the microtransactions and you're not really bothered about being the best fisherman in the world and you just want to dangle the rod over the edge and enjoy nature, there is Fishing Planet. Honestly, yeah, Fishing Planet like gives you that freely. That's mostly why I played it when I did. It was just quite nice just to chill for an hour and just play it. I mean, you hear of people, Yahtzee specifically, actually, I'm thinking of, always recommends Euro Truck Simulator just as like, put a podcast on, chill out, and just drive around Europe for a bit. I mean, the same can very much be done with fishing. Just stick a podcast on and go fishing for a bit. Or whatever's your poison. Podcast works very well with this kind of game, where it's like, well, I don't need to be too focused on it, and like the audio is more ambient than anything else. I can quite comfortably focus on some other kind of audio primarily, whilst also having this to just kind of distract me while I'm doing it, and just something to fill the space, I guess. I don't think I'm catching any I can never remember what they are. Catfish down here. Catfish. I don't think that's happening. I don't think this is working. That worm is pretty drowned by now. If it wasn't alive to start with. If it was alive to... I don't know. Come on. In. Back to me. Where can I go? Shasha. That is about right. That is about where I wanted it. It is not where I wanted it. It's right on the bottom. Dang it. Okay, and there's no grassy bits over here either. It's just underwater cliffside. Yeah, that didn't work out. That's not useful to me. Dang it. Oh, no, I didn't cast that. Oh, I guess to cancel the cast, like, wait till it hits the bare minute, the lower end of it where it's grey, and then it just won't cast. Oh. Where did that... That did not go very far. That didn't go very far at all. That didn't go where I wanted it to. Get a bit more oomph than that. There we go. This is where all the catfish are. Maybe, I don't know. I almost feel like I should be able to go deeper than this, though. Maybe, like, you can buy longer, different line leaders later on. Feels like the lake is a lot deeper than, like, I've got the 2.5 meter line leader on there, but, like, the bait's just nowhere near the bottom, basically. And if, like, I'm trying to catch catfish, like, the bait needs to be further down. It needs to be near the fish. I'm just, like, flying over their heads right now. I don't think I'm ever going to learn how to float fish. Tutorial me, damn it. There's no fish down here. Can't see anything. What are my options? What can we use for catching what now? It's not even letting me change the earthworm now. It's not letting me change anything. Can I not do it while I've got it equipped? Is it not? Oh, it's... Yeah, no, come back. Is it while it's in the water it doesn't count? Do I need to, like, lift it? Do I need to bring the line leader in so it's not, like, half in the water and therefore the game's like, it's been cast. It's not been cast. There we go. Earthworm, yes, it was literally thinking my line had been cast because it was so long it was dangling in the water. Brilliant. Yeah. Bread are attractive to birch, perch, and black bullhead catfish. Earthworm are good for kind of everything. But, I mean, if I'm specifically after catfish, then I guess the bread's probably a good way forward. Because then nothing else will be attracted to it. Not that I mean... Oh, it's, yes, my problem is that other things have been eating it, not the catfish. Nothing's been eating the damn earthworms. Fine, bread. That's why we only catch catfish. I mean, I'm still wondering if I'm fishing in the right place, but it's incredibly difficult, nay impossible, to go float fishing in the moving water. You need the still water. Is that 2.5 meters underwater? I don't think it is. Oh, it's not. It's 0.2 meters. Yes, of course, I made it shorter. Right. And I'm in the currents here as well, aren't I? Of course, that's just going bye-bye. Never mind. I thought something was going for it. It's just the duck. Hey, buddy. How are you? And I haven't changed the leader. Out. Deep. Also, nope, don't want to do that. So, like so. Go. Deep bread. Deep. Am I still in the currents? I think I'm still in the currents. Yeah, I am. Try and fight the current. I feel like that's a surefire way to wind up in the banks of the river. Oh no, there we are. I've actually managed to solve. Hold her steady. There's a duck up there. Look at this plant. There's catfish hiding in there for sure. Just needs to dangle over it for a bit. Perfect. Flawless. Foolproof plan. Nothing is going to happen, is it? Yeah, I really need... I need some kind of guidance here. Like, you can kind of figure out float fishing. Not float, lure fishing. That just kind of like, okay. Throw it out, reel it in, fish, hopefully intercepts it between one end and the other. Floats seem to require... I don't know what it is. He seems to require something that I ain't got. Certain je ne sais quoi. Lure fishing for life, yo. Or fly fishing. I'd actually be... you know what? It would be nice if there was fly fishing in the demo. It's got to be said, because if there was an element that would separate it from the one fishing simulator I'm particularly familiar with, which is Fishing Planet, I guess it's the fly fishing, which this game will have, but Fishing Planet, last time I played it, which is a few years back now, to be fair, didn't have, and probably, I suspect probably still doesn't have. What it really needs to come with is a fly tying minigame. Where it's like, which thread would you like to use? Would you like to wind it around the hook? Could tie it off? Could it add this? Add some fluffy bits? Add some feathery bits? Make it look like a fly? And then cast with it? And then, like... I don't know how that would work. That's just... inordinately complicated, but then I guess it is. That's literally what it is. Your fly tying is a tiny intricate craft of making a metal hook look like an insect in order to fool a fish into eating it. I mean, they've gone this far. Oh, damn it, I want a fly tying minigame. Give me a fly tying minigame. Fly tying simulator. A little vice grip with a little hook in it, and you just get to sort of rotate and wind it around and just like add your little all the little bits, the threads and fibers and fluffs and bits that make it look like wings and legs and things on an insect. I want that. I would play that. And then you sort of get ranked based on like your accuracy compared to the textbook of whatever you were trying to create. If they wanted to go really good, they could like have a sort of freestyle, make it with whatever you want. Like I'm 8 and playing with my dad's fishing kit again. And then different elements of it that you've created with it could attract different types of fish to different like qualities and degrees. Maybe you could invent your own fish. Not invent your own invent your own flies. Free ideas here, guys. Free ideas. Game devs, if you're watching, fly tying minigame. Fly tying DLC. There you go. Sell it separately. Oh, who likes the fly fishing part of the game? Would you like to tie your own flies? Here. $10 extra. There's no catfish coming, is there? I think this is a bust. You come back. Alright. Well, it's been like nearly half an hour without a catch, because float fishing is for suckers. We are going to... What have I got on here? Have we still got the... Have we still got Googly? Yeah, Googly's still on. Yes. Right. I'm going to wrap it up soon, because, like, as I say, I feel like I've seen the fish, but I want to end on a high note, and I want to catch an actual fish. I don't want to be like, oh, I haven't caught anything for half an hour, I guess I'll quit. And we're like, ah, I caught a fish, excellent, I'm the best, bye. Next trophy fish is where we wrap this up. Okay. Oh, our good spot wasn't like, it was... Where was I fishing from before when I was catching them all? Was it by the way? It was sort of, yeah, it was... There's not much in it, I suppose. But it wasn't actually on the pier, was it? Just need one more fish, bigger than, say, 2 kg. Now we'll be happy, content with my fish catching prowess. We can call it good. Oh, there's a rock. I caught a rock. Hey everyone, I caught a rock. Oh no, that is a fish. There is a fish. There's totally a fish on the end of that. Oh, it's a whopper. It's not in the slightest bit of whopper, is it? 1.3, okay. Adequate. It's not what we're looking for. It's not the trophy. I'm gonna go over here. I think this is where I was fishing from before, right? Maybe? Possibly? I had the mountains reflected in front of me. Beautiful Rocky Mountains. Is it the Rocky Mountains? We're in Colorado, right? The Rockies are Colorado, right? America. Who knows anything about America, really? I don't even think America's a real place, honestly. I think they just made it up to scare kids at night. Oh, there we go. It's probably does count as a trophy by yellow perch standards. I did say 2 kg. Do I want to go 2 kg, or am I happy to accept the photo finish on the yellow perch? I might just accept the photo finish on the yellow perch. It's a good fish. It's a good-looking fish. A handsome fish. Yeah. That's a photo fish-nish. That doesn't work. Never mind. Get back in the water. There's a photo finish. There we go. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. This has been Ultimate Fishing Simulator 2. Thank you to Fixer for sending me the key for this. The devs, I should stress, did not send me the key for this. They sent Fixer the key. And then Fixer messaged me and was like, I don't play fishing games. You play fishing games. Do you want to get a key for a fishing game? I was like, yes, I do. Of course I do. So thank you to the devs for sending the key to Fixer, who sent the key to me, because you don't play fishing games and I play fishing games. This is a gratuitous oversight on anybody's any fishing games marketing department to not send me the fishing game. Guys, send me the fishing game. All the fishing games come my way. Like, just pile them in. I've got an inbox. And I want to see it full of fishing games, honestly. Yeah, that's it. Ultimate Fishing Simulator. It's got fish. It's pretty ultimate. It is as accurate as I could possibly tell a fishing simulator to be. What it has over Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1, I don't know. I didn't play Ultimate Fishing Simulator 1. What it has over Fishing Planet is no freemium nonsense, and fly fishing. So, if you dislike freemium nonsense and like fly fishing, the demo for this will be out on the, I want to say the 10th. I think this out on the demo will be publicly available on the 10th. You can catch all of the yellow perch to your heart's content. The full game is out some point later this year. TBA, I suppose. They're obviously still developing it, so when it's done. Right, I have caught all the fish I could possibly handle for one evening. It has been a pleasure, been quite relaxing, and once I got the hang of it, like the first hour was frustrating, trying to figure out how to fish. Once I learned how to fish, it's been pretty good. It's been a nice evening. So thank you for joining me for it. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.